Cheers, my thrifting friends. Good morning. All right, well, it's my day off and it's a gloomy, gloomy day in New England. I decided to take a ride out to Westfield. Haven't been here in a while. I'm going to be checking out the Salvation Army here in Westfield. And yeah, we're gonna see what they have. I'm hoping to find some vintage Christmas just for me. I love Victorian Christmas, and I have some pieces, but not nearly enough, and I'd love to find some cranberry glass. Oh, thrifting angels, could you bless me in that way? I would love to find a good sized bowl. I have some really pretty ornaments to put in a bowl if I could find one. I have a lot for my store for Christmas. I don't need anything more like that, but if I could find some beautiful linens, again, I'm on the hunt for a quilt. Maybe some nice like modern decor. Some baskets would be amazing. I sold out of all my baskets. So stuff like that. But anyway, I have no idea what they would have. Hoping the thrifting angels are with me. So let's go in and see what they got. Once again, the first thing that catches my eye are some kind of beautiful mural plate. This is a lovely piece from the 70s, definitely vintage. And I don't know, I just didn't, the colorway of them was just really dark. I didn't feel I'd have good luck reselling them. But I think if you're an online reseller, these would been a really good pickup. I think that these would do much better online than in person. That one was the prettiest one. I liked that one the best, but I think I would sell them as a set. These were absolutely stunning. I would love to have picked these up, but they were priced way too high. So they were priced at $8 each. Now the listing I'm showing is for a set of 4. And yeah, it was already more expensive than buying them online. So I did leave them, but very, very regretfully because they were so wonderful. But just priced too high, and I don't need them for my own personal collection. I definitely would have grabbed these had they been more reasonable. They were $12.99 each. That's way too high. So, but I was hoping that they were going to be like $3.99 or $4.99. I would have totally grabbed those for the store, but at $12.99 each, you're looking at $26 for the pair. That's way too much. This was a really pretty print. It was $5.97. I do like it. It's definitely vintage, from a gallery, which probably professionally framed it. So we're going to put that in the cart for consideration for sure, for sure. These I really regret leaving behind, but I'm going to tell you, I do not have good luck selling this color green, this olive green. It's just not, I don't know. It's not popular. I did leave them. They were an excellent price for what they were. And also, if you're an online seller, these MCM tumblers would have been a great pickup. They were $3 each. You can see online they have a set of 6 for $57. They had 4 there, so that would have been a lot of room for resale. But again, both the green and the MCM glasses would have been much more suitable for online selling, which I do not do yet. And an in-store situation, it just wouldn't have any appeal in my experience, those type of items. I'm always looking for something really unusual. See, now this would have appeal in person, a very unusual piece for styling bookcases. That's really what the purpose of this would be. But at $6.99, that's what I would sell it for in my store. So it was definitely out of my price range. I was hoping for a $3.99 price tag. I think these were little plant pots. They were kind of cute, but I left them. This, however, I absolutely love, and I picked it up. I love these. I don't want to say the word wrong. You can correct me in the comments. Cloisonne, I don't know. But you can see the listing there. They go for really good money online. I couldn't find anything under $30 online. So I totally grabbed that mug. I love the covered mugs like that. Very beautiful. Yes, she came home with me. All right, this was a really fun find for the season. But unfortunately, yeah, I think it was missing one. I think I only counted 11. But these are Anchor Hocking 12 Days of Christmas. You can see somebody had it online with the original box for about $40. These were 2 a piece, so you would have paid about, 22, 24. I think I counted 11, but let's assume they had 12. You would have paid 24 for all 12, and they were really cute. Definitely groovy 70s. Always looking for pottery, you know me. This was not really like my favorite piece, and at $3.99, way overpriced, so we definitely left that. I'm always looking for um, little cute things to hold stuff in my kitchen for my shelves, but I left that one behind. This was really pretty. I think this must have been hand painted. I really loved it. And of course, that cat was super cute. I just like looking at all the little bits and bobs on these shelves. I mean, if you come right after they restock, you can find so many cool treasures. So really all I'm doing here is just browsing the shelves, which of course is our favorite thing to do, is just to browse, have fun. Once in a while, I'll see something that's really amazing, but it's mostly just for the fun of it. Oh boy. Yes, all of you guys told me how bad Miss Mina was. She was only fake chewing the linens. That's what she does when she wants attention. I didn't even notice it. I thought it was hilarious that she was doing that behind me, but you guys noticed. Naughty girl. She was being very naughty. All right, I really liked this, but it was just so heavy. It just seemed like it was really made for the outdoors or something. I mean, the price wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't sell it for much more in my own store. I think this would have been cool if you were trying to style up like a booth and you had some florals to put in there. I think it felt like an outdoor thing to me. All right, these were 99 cents a piece, and I loved them. They were the sweetest little memo pads that had the magnetic backing. There was 3 tulips and 1 daffodil, and I'm taking them all. And of course, I'm going to look behind it because these roses are catching my eye. Oh, look, Christmas tags. Present tags. That's really sweet. I love Christmas roses. Red roses with holly is one of my favorite combinations. Okay, clearly this is amazing, and I'm definitely taking this. It was $2.99, and you can see it's definitely worth more. Online, I found it for pretty good prices. I have a funny feeling I might be keeping it. I don't know, but she's very sweet, and I absolutely love her. This canister set caught my eye. It's the right colorway. Everybody loves the blue. It's got the china on it, but because of the way it's molded into the piece, I know it is vintage. And I did find it. It's a Hermitage pottery canister set. So it was popular in like the 80s. You can see how much it sells for online. These Harry and David little dipping saucers. Now these are super cute. I thought these would make a really cute way to hold, like, if you're decorating Christmas cookies with like sprinkles, all the little things you would decorate Christmas cookies with. Wouldn't these be sweet to put them out on your table with all the different sugars and sprinkles? That's just the vision I had. All right, they just pushed out this new cart. New cart madness. I love it. I absolutely love it. I ran right up to it and I started looking through all the pieces and I got really excited. This looks like Lennox. It is. Yes. This one was not, but that's okay. I'm going to just put things in my cart very quickly to consider, because as soon as people realized this was a new cart, they started crowding around me. So I only had like a quick minute to go through it very quickly before anyone else noticed. And that's what I'm doing right here, is very quickly trying to, now this, I don't think it would appeal to a lot of people, but I absolutely love it. This is an authentic pasta dough roller. So if you watch like authentic Italian videos of people doing their pasta dough, they use very long rolling pins like that don't have the spindles on the end. All right, they had some really beautiful, high quality Christmas cards, but I think these are a bygone. These are officially vintage now because these were $3.99 each. I don't know if anyone still sends Christmas cards or they just kind of do the email thing. I love Franciscan. I have bought and sold this pattern so many times. I think $2.99 for the set of 4 is an excellent price. So I'm going to grab these. And I absolutely love this desert rose pattern. It is a forever classic. It never goes out of style. And I think it's the classic Easter dinnerware. Ooh, this little mirror is lovely. Italia. Ooh, yes. Yes. We're going to take this. So I'm still doing good. People still haven't realized that this was the new cart. So I'm taking full advantage. I'm going through every little thing I can look at to make sure there isn't any other more treasures in here that I could possibly be missing. Yeah, what's this piece of wood here? This I need to see. I need to see this. See now, what a shame. This is beautiful, this peacock design, but it's meant to be a table. It's missing the legs. Yeah, you would slide these folding legs into it. I have one of these. I use as a plant stand at home, and I have one for sale in my store right now. So I knew that was missing the bottom as soon as I saw it. Okay, I think I've had my fun. I had to capture the moment. Let's check out the furniture. Okay, I instantly did not see, it looked mostly to be like 60s and 70s pieces, but this clock, yes, this caught my eye. I instantly recognized this as being a really old piece, and it definitely was. And I was just hoping that it was like really cheap. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, if this is $6 or less, I'm going to pick it up. And you can see online in perfect condition. Now, the one online, you can see that the sails are very bright stainless. Yeah, they had 25 on it. So that's a 100% hard no-go for me, because look at the rust on the sails. Yeah, it wasn't even worth the $24. It would have been worth the look of it being old for very cheap, but not full price, not like what you see online there. All right, this piece really caught my eye. This looks like some kind of sorter, like a letter sorter or a bill sorter. It would have been so cool to sit on top of a hutch or a bookcase. But yeah, I left it because obviously I don't have enough space in my store for furniture. That's my future self. But I thought it was very unusual, very cool. I would love to style something like that, but I did leave it. This beautiful bed set is actually quite lovely. I believe that's like an inlay. I think they call that like an inlay design. I loved it. It looked very 1920s to me. These chairs were very pretty, only $5.99 each. I think these were so sweet, and they were not in bad condition. For what they were actually in very good condition. I think you would just have to clean the seats. But the real prize were these Windsor chairs behind. We'll get to those. This distracted me because it made me think, do I need this for my store? This would have been such a lovely piece. This is me sitting there trying to decide if this beautiful chair shouldn't be coming with me to my store. But anyway, I'm covering up the person who bought it. They had her information on there. And so you can see these sold for $110 online. They wanted $50 for the 4. So somebody got a really good deal for these. They are beautiful, beautiful Windsor chairs. I would have totally bought these had they not been sold. I would have figured out how to fit them into my car because they are stunning and I do love them. But they were already sold. Of course they were sold. And I got there right when they first opened. So those sold like in a previous day and they just hadn't been picked up yet. So, all right, we are in the Salvation Army Gallery of Art, as I call it. See, you don't need to go to an art gallery. Just pretend that the art displays in the thrift stores are an art gallery. See, gallery originals. There you go. All right, these were very interesting. They were very unusual. I couldn't tell. They looked to me like they were like theater masks. That's what they look like to me. I think they would have been very cool in like a very unique space, like a dressing room or a very small bathroom, like a powder room. They would have been a very unique touch for something like that. So I could see those being used. I really liked the subject matter of that. Just to look at it for the subject matter. They had a lot of big pieces of art there the day I was there. That's for sure. They had a lot of unusual things. Now this caught my eye I just love the autumn colors. We are definitely past that season and it was definitely a high quality piece. I thought the matting was a really nice quality and it was not discolored. It was a very heavy piece. Yeah, the subject matter was pretty nice. I flipped it over. It was definitely more modern though, you could tell, but it was nicely made. It was definitely made really well, probably from the 90s. Oh, there we go, 1988. I found it online. Not worth much, unfortunately, so I did leave it. This also has pretty colors in it. I love finding matched pairs, but I didn't care for the subject matter on those two. The books were cool. If that had been in a frame, I would have grabbed it, but not as like a modern box piece. I don't do well with those and I don't like those. This was a very pretty piece and it had a sister But when I looked at the price, I'm thinking, okay, is this going to be like $3.99? No, it was $7.97. That's way too much. That's what I would sell it for. So we left those. Oh my goodness. I absolutely I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this. And no one has bought it because they keep marking it down. It's now $44.99. Now, these pieces are made in such good quality. Don't let that chipped paint fool you, because oh, look at that beautiful painting. It was, as I opened each drawer, they were smooth as silk. So you got to guess, this piece has got to be at least like what, 70 years old? Something like that. This is not like Wayfair fall apart furniture. This is hardwood furniture that was made, 70 years ago, probably more. Each drawer came out smooth. Look at this. I'm pulling this drawer by one side and it comes out butter smooth. This was a treasure. I would totally have grabbed this if I had a spot for it. It was perfection. It was French provincial perfection. I found something really similar online. I don't know if this is a Berkeley and Gay furniture set, but it had the same graphics, same colors. It probably was. It was so beautiful. All right. As I told you on the way in, I'm looking for vintage Christmas, and false graft is not Victorian enough for me. And yeah, I don't really care for the false graft Christmas stuff, but I know a lot of people collect it. I mean, listen, if I find a set of it, I would totally pick it up for resale. These pieces did catch my eye. Now, they're obviously Lenox wannabes, Lenox lookalikes. I just need one serving platter for my vintage table. Something that's going to go good with milk glass. And because these were all in the boxes, I grabbed one of the pieces you will see in my haul. Okay, I recognize this. This is Homer Laughlin. Yeah, that Castilian pattern. I've seen this many times. This is not a bad deal. If you have an MCM booth or you sell MCM online, you could probably sell this for a really good profit. Okay, I am done shopping. I have a full cart. I have some surprises I already brought out to the car and purchased. You'll see. Okay, I just finished shopping. I got some really good stuff. Actually, this is my second trip out because I picked up 2 plant stands. They're gorgeous, and I already got them in the car. So I have my full cart plus the 2 plant stands. I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to show you. I already put them in the car. Came back from my cart. So let me turn you around so I can show you a quick peek. All right, so I already grabbed these 2. I did not show myself picking them because obviously they're amazing and I wanted to just get them, pay for them. And now I'm just gonna put my bags in here and head on home. But yeah, really good haul. Happy with everything that I got. And I will see you for the haul. Hello, I am back from my fun times at the Salvation Army. I think I was in Westfield. Yeah, that's where I was. So had a really good time shopping in there. I got some really cute stuff to show you. Of course, I was trying to manifest some vintage Christmas, and I did definitely get a couple items. So let's get right into it, and let's start off with the Christmas. So they had a whole shelf full of these new in the box Christmas dinnerware pieces, and I just wanted like a serving bowl and a couple of accessory pieces just to put the finishing touch on my holiday tablescape. So this was, they had a really big platter. I didn't want that because I have a big milk glass one. I just wanted like a serving dish. So this is what it looks like. And I'm pretty sure these are probably from the 90s, I would say. And then this is the back of it. So it is made in Japan. So I think that's awesome. I think this is really high quality. I really love it. So they had rolled these out and they were putting them all on the shelf. So I grabbed the bowl. And then if you saw in the footage, I also went after the new cart that they had pulled out, and they had some singleton pieces on that. So I did pick up the sugar and the creamer. This was $4.99. The serving bowl here was $5.99, but the sugar and the creamer came as a set. So I got these 2 pieces. I think they're going to be the perfect finishing touch on my holiday table. I cannot wait to put these little pieces, this is all I need. Just the sugar and the creamer and the serving bowl mixed in with all of my milk glass and some cranberry glass. You guys, I think it's going to look amazing. I can't wait to put it together. I think I'm going to do that this week, but yeah, I was so happy to get all these Christmas pieces. I also picked up a couple of candle sets. So this is an Advent candle for like an Advent calendar wreath ring, or you could put it in a candelabra, I suppose, as well. So yeah, so this is for Advent. I'm thinking I might give this to my mom. I'm not quite sure. She does crafts and she loves to make Advent wreaths at the tabletop kind. So I might do this for her. I'm not quite sure, but I might set this up for myself too, because I don't think I have an Advent calendar, an Advent wreath. And I think that would be lovely to have as well. But anyway, I grabbed those, and then I grabbed these Yankee candles. I think this is rose. Oh, hearts and flowers. Yeah, it smells like rose. That's what I'm smelling. So these are really pretty. I love the pink color. I grabbed those. And then I also grabbed this set of 4. This is a forever classic. These Franciscan, I think they're called Desert Rose. I think that's the pattern. So I grabbed 4 for $2.99. That's a great deal. I have seen these, well, I have sold these many times over. I've sold, I'd say in my years of reselling, I've probably sold 3 full sets of this Desert Rose. I've sold it as consigned. I've sold it as I have just, bought it and sold it myself. I found it. So I always pick up the pieces for it when I see it. And it's highly collectible. It's a classic. I'm sure all of you guys have seen this Desert Rose Franciscan everywhere. These were in great shape and a great price. If I had found this at, say, the Enfield Goodwill, they would have sold them each singles, and they probably would have had $5.99 or $6.99 each on all 4 of these, as opposed to $3 for the whole set. So yeah, thank you, Salvation Army, for being reasonable still. Yeah, I grabbed a lot of bits and bobs in this one, but that's okay. That's what makes it fun. I love grabbing bits and bobs. Of course, I will show you those gorgeous plant stands at the end. Oh my God, I still can't believe I have those. But anyway, I grabbed this beautiful, I don't want to say it wrong. Is it cloisonne? I don't know how to, I'm just going to be vulnerable here. You can correct me or not, but I know how to spell it. CHOI, blah, blah, blah. But I love these covered Asian style mugs. I have another one. The other one that I have actually has the filter, a porcelain filter. I'll show you guys when I go to put this on my kitchen ledge, but because that's where I line them up there. But yeah, this one doesn't, but that's okay. I love using these. I love the whole design of them. They're really extra. They're extravagant. They're always beautiful. I paid $4.99 for this one, so I love it. And in a similar kind of style vein, I also picked up this kind of chintz pattern dish. I thought this would be such a lovely little soap dish, or a nice, I like to use these as a coaster, actually literally a coaster underneath my cups as I sit in my living room. I put these on my end table so that I can just sit my tea or coffee right on them. I think this is a really pretty, for the holidays, because it's nice and red and pretty. So I grabbed this. This was $1.95. So I liked it. I just thought it was a really pretty style. All right, I did pick up a couple glass pieces, but this one is not in season, but I absolutely love glass pumpkins. So the only really modern decor that I use for the fall season would be these glass pumpkins. I have a collection of them. I love to put them in really big amber glass platters. So this one was originally from Home Goods. I'm sure it was, God knows how much at Home Goods, but I paid $3.99 for it. Totally perfect price. It's a really good size. And I just love it when they have the tendril of the pumpkin, as this really beautiful glass extra piece. But I love these. Of course, this is the last thing anybody wants right now because fall is over. Everybody's got their eyes on Christmas, and so nobody was interested in this except for me. And it's a beautiful mercury glass. I really love it. You can make these look very Victorian, very fancy and expensive if you just pair it with a lot of vintage glass and beautiful florals. These can just mix right in and look great. So I'm going to store this away, and my future self is going to open this up next year and be thrilled that I grabbed this. All right, so I did pick up a couple of pieces of like glass and artwork. Now this was so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This looked very Art Nouveau to me and just really fancy. I love this look. I think this is absolutely beautiful. It's meant to be hung. It does have the wire on it right there. And I paid $2.97 for it, and it is marked. So I definitely looked this up. It looks like it's a Robert M. Weiss, artist known for hand painting very Art Nouveau looking pieces. It's made in Peru. And let me just get a nice close up look for you. It's so beautiful. This is stunning. I love the look of this. So I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. It's very fancy. I don't know. It would look great in a bookshelf as well as hanging on the wall, but I'll probably put it in, I'll probably use it as seasonal decor on my mantle and put it in, the plate holders. I'll just like that. I'll just put it in a plate holder and lean it up on the mantle. I think it's going to look really pretty. So I absolutely love that. And then I saw this little mirror in like stained glass. How unusual is that with like the brass metal outline? So this is also marked. I paid $1.99 for it, and it's marked via Vermont. It says made in Mexico via Vermont Ltd. I don't know exactly what that is, but more than likely this was probably sold in some gift store or something in Vermont. But what a beautiful piece. I think it's really unusual with that stained glass and super unique. I mean, my eye was just taken by it right away. I really loved it. And I also grabbed this mirror. You guys saw me grab this mirror off the new cart that had been brought out. Just a small little mirror. These are really lovely. People pick these up all the time. My customers love these. This is made in Italy, so it's an Italian one. And I paid $1.99 for it. But yeah, what a lovely little addition. They're not brass. There's a name for this kind of, I want to say like a molded plastic. There's a name for it. And the really big ones are extremely ornate with like these carved roses and stuff. I have bought and sold those before too. The name escapes me right now. If I think of it, I'll put it up on the screen. But yeah, I thought that this was a really beautiful piece. And yeah, I'm going to bring this in the store. I'm sure someone's going to see this and think it's just perfect. They have the just perfect spot for it. All right, you guys saw me grab these little notepads. I thought they were so sweet and charming. They're just little magnetic notepads to put up on your refrigerator. So there was 3 tulips and 1 daffodil. I love them. I don't know why I think they're so charming. It's the small stuff like this that just makes, putting these up on your refrigerator or wherever you have, maybe you have like in your office, you might have a filing cabinet or something to brighten up your space. So I always grab stuff like this when I see it. I'll put a couple in the store, maybe keep one for myself. We'll see, but I think they're so pretty and charming. And then they also had a bunch of baskets. So this Salvation Army has a really big bin right when you walk in, and they throw all of their baskets in there, and they're fixed price, they're flat price. So they're $1.99 for no matter what they throw in that bin. So I grabbed 3 really nice wicker trays. These are going to sell in a heartbeat in my store because they're super useful, super practical. Everybody uses these on their kitchen island to corral stuff, or their coffee tables, or as a tray, if they're cooking outside, to bring out all the things that they want to use at their cookout. So yeah, this was the big one. Awesome price for all of these, $1.99 each. This one is super amazing. These things go for, I don't know, upwards of like $14 or so if you find them and purchase them at a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx or something. So awesome find. I was thrilled to get 3 of these to add to my store. And yeah, I'm not sure when I'll have these in my store. I'm actually on the hunt right now for a lot of very neutral home decor things, because right when Christmas is over, like that following week when you open up, you have to clear out all of your Christmas. And just, I do. Let me put it specific to me. I clear out all of my Christmas and have it set up for a breath of fresh air January. And I use all these, things to totally redecorate the room that I'm using right now for all my Christmas decor, just to be a fresh, a lot of people just want to redo their space. They use January and February to change their color schemes or freshen up their decor. So I'm going to hold on to these. I'm going to spend the rest of November and all of December building up my stash of beautiful modern and vintage home decor. And that's what's going to go in that room. So I'm probably going to put these aside for now, but come January, they're going to look great. All right, and then I walked away with 2 pieces of artwork, which I'm thrilled for both. I had grabbed 3. I put one of them back. I put the roses back. I thought at the price, and it really wasn't, just wasn't unique enough. I didn't think I would be able to sell it very quickly, so I did put that back. But I did find this. I thought this was so charming. It looks like it's a little boy, and he's kind of like looking at birds in a puddle. Am I seeing that right? I think that's what this is depicting. It is so sweet. I thought this would be a really sweet piece for someone to put maybe in a child's room. I would love to decorate a child's room with really whimsical vintage things like this, or it would be great in a bookcase, or just styled to try to fill up that little awkward space. If you're making a gallery wall and you've got a little awkward space that's open that you want to put something smaller but with a really whimsical flavor to it. So this was so sweet. I love it. This was only 99 cents. So I definitely grabbed that. And then I grabbed this lovely girl. Isn't she pretty? I absolutely love her. Oh, she's so sweet. And I did find her online too. I showed that earlier when I was actually in the footage where I'm picking her. I showed where I found her online. She's popular. She definitely is listed online anywhere from like $30 to $60. The value is mostly driven by the frame. So this is not like a super expensive frame. It is a hardwood frame. It's very pretty. This is definitely vintage. I paid $2.99 for this, and you can see it's definitely a vintage mount. It's got the old nails. So this is probably from the 40s, maybe between the 20s and the 40s, I would say. But she is just so my style. I have to keep her. She's just this sweet little girl. I'm sure I'll use her in a stack somewhere like in front of my TV, where I showed you where I put my my winterscape from last video. I use that space to display artwork that I don't want to hang up. So I'll probably put this one out in the spring, and I'll mix her up. I have another print that's of a lady, and I think these two would go really well together, just as like these really beautiful feminine portraits. So I'll probably stack her with that one maybe in January, or no, not January, like February, March, like the spring, because that winterscape is beautiful that I grabbed last week. So I'm going to leave that up for the winter. But yeah, I think she's really cute and just so sweet, and I can't wait to show her. In the meantime, I'm going to store her away, and in the spring, I'm going to proudly display her. So I decided to just show you guys straight away how I am using those beautiful plant stands that I showed you that I grabbed during this thrift trip. So the tall one I'm going to use by the fireplace for now, and I put my Santa on there. He is a very sweet, kind of Victorian styled Santa-ish. I love his color. So I love to decorate in cranberry for Christmas. I think I have showed you guys some close-ups already of my cranberry glass and different things on my, and it goes great with this painting, which I absolutely love. So yeah, this is where I am going to use the plant stand. I think this looks really good right by the fireplace for now with my Santa on it. And for the regular season, I usually have like a big lantern on there, and I'll probably put that back. But you can see I do utilize these metal tables throughout my house. There, I have lots of house plants, so they come in handy, and that's where that tall plant stand is going. So I have decided to put the other plant stand literally in my plant hallway. It's obviously, oh, good stretch. Good girl. She's such a good girl. Ooh, more stretching. Oh, she's doing her doggy yoga. All right, well, anyway, I'm going to just leave it right there. Obviously, I won't be able to put any plants on it, but it's the only space I have for now to just kind of tuck it in there. But as you can see, I have quite the collection of houseplants. I have some really old ones. Let me know if you guys want me to do a houseplant tour. Here are my two oldest ones. I have this huge, I forgot the name of that one, but I know this one is a fig leaf one. This thing is really old. It's huge. It probably needs to be repotted. I have a lot of pathos. I have all kinds of different ones. I have aloes. I have a lot. So houseplants are a way for me to relax, and I love taking care of my houseplants. And there's a big skylight in this room. This is why these plants do so well. It's really a hallway out to my backyard, and there's a bedroom on each side, but we use them as a office and like a pantry storage room. But technically they're 2 bedrooms. This is a 4-bedroom home. But anyway, this is where I think I'm going to leave the other one for now. But oh my goodness, these are beautiful, and they're very heavy. These are very heavy. I'm not quite sure what the metal is on these. Maybe they're solid brass. I don't know. I did pay $11.99 for each one. I wanted to share that with you as well. And yeah, I saw these right when I walked in. So when you have something like that and it's really huge, I put them in the cart. I literally paid for them right away, and then I brought them out to the car and put them in the trunk and then went back into the store. So that's why you didn't see me grab them, because these are extremely amazing, and there was no way I was going to, I wasn't going to push them around or leave them up front. I just paid for them, brought them back out to my car, and then had my fun shopping trip. But that's where I'm putting the other one for now. Hi, you guys. All right, we're back in the kitchen. We have leftover dough, and it's from the pierogies. And there's a reason. And I know the rule. The rule is you're only supposed to cut out the pierogies once, and you can't gather up the dough and reuse it. I don't know why.
Makes it tough.
So it makes it tough?
It makes for a chewy pierogi.
Okay, because I know with cookies, people keep doing it.
Right, and that's traditionally my mom, after making the pierogies, she would take the leftover bits and roll it out and put cinnamon and sugar on it.
Yes.
And bake them as a little snack for us.
Yeah, we did that stuff too. My mother would do that with pie stuff, because she made more pies than pierogies. But so this is all the leftover dough we have from the pierogies that we are forbidden to use in pierogies again. However, we are going to use this leftover dough and make some really fun cookies, because we don't waste anything around here. This is a lot of dough. We made a lot of pierogies. So this is a lot of dough to throw away. We're not going to throw this away. So we found a recipe. It's supposedly super easy. We'll see. Where you melt butter and you brush it. We're going to use this cutter. So this is what we used for our pierogies, only we used the way bigger one. We have a whole set. And this time we're going to cut it out with the fluted edge. So we cut out the pierogies with the solid one. So we're going to cut out the cookies with the fluted one and make them pretty. And you can put any topping you want. So what did you decide? You just brush them with butter. And then from there, the world's your oyster. So what are we going to do?
Well, we're going to do the cinnamon and sugar thing.
Okay, so that's this right here.
But because I'm from Connecticut, I like using a little bit of nutmeg.
Yep.
In there with it.
Ground nutmeg, ground cinnamon.
And then we're going to pulverize some hazelnuts.
Okay, so we actually have some hazelnuts, you guys. I'm not going to show the brand or anything, but so we have whole hazelnuts. So we're going to grind these up. And so we're not going to do all of them the same. Some we're going to do hazelnut, and sugar. Some we're just going to do cinnamon sugar. I don't know. We'll go as we go. But I just took this out of the refrigerator. So he's going to work on grinding up the toppings. I'm going to work on rolling this out. It's really cold. I hope it doesn't roll out like hard. But we'll give it a go. And yeah, we're going to bake a couple little cookies. And we're just going to bake them. We have a small little countertop oven. We're just going to bake it on that. So let's get started.
Hi, Miss B. Did you enjoy your playtime?
All right, so John has ground up the hazelnuts and melted the butter. So the recipe, oh, I love it. He's got it all set up on the first one. It's a little, I don't know, what would we call that? A peninsula?
Yeah, it's like a little Michigan mitten.
Little Michigan mitten. There we go. So we're gonna cut all these out, and then we're gonna put them on here, and then we're gonna top them. And the first thing you do is like you put butter on all of them, and then you can sprinkle on all the different spices, sugars, nuts, and all this kind of stuff. So, all right, let's get to it. Let's cut them all out.
Old school wooden pastry dishes.
It's the best we have. That's the only thing we have.
And it moves the cookie around.
Get more butter on it.
And then they work.
All right, John is finishing up our last tray. We actually got 3 trays. This is our 3rd tray. So this is how good we are. This is literally what we do need to throw away. You guys, this is amazing. From how many cups of flour, how many eggs, butter, everything. So we made 24 pierogies and 3 trays of cookies with like what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 16 times 2 plus whatever this is.
And when we got to the end, we just melted a little more butter, threw the hazelnuts right in there, threw the sugar and nutmeg in there.
Yep.
And then that's what we're topping these with.
That's what we're topping those with. So this is what already came out of the oven. Our first tray is done. These are just the cinnamon sugar. Don't they look amazing? Look at these little cute cookies. Ooh, I can't wait to have those with coffee or tea. And then our second ones are a lot of nuts pressed in. You saw John using the this right here. The fermentation weight, but it's
just
nice,
a nice flat piece of glass.
Nice flat, and so he pushed those nuts in there. We put a lot of sugar and butter on those, and now these are just spooned on top with a lot of butter. Ooh, they're going to be so good. All right, so we're waiting for our second batch to cook, and when this one's all done, we'll show you the end result. Well, here you have it. Some fun little, I guess we'd call them little sugar nut cookies that we made with our leftover pierogi dough. Because like John said, you can only use the pierogi dough once. You can't re-roll it. It won't make a perfect pierogi, but it will make a tasty cookie. So that's what we did tonight. Hope you guys try that too. You don't need to have leftover dough. You can just make these real simple from any pie crust dough, and you can do the exact same thing. All right, well, that is everything that I have for you guys today. I hope you had fun thrifting with me and seeing everything that I got, and then hopefully you had fun with John and I being super frugal, using up all that extra dough with some really simple, fun, tasty little cookies. And yeah, I did want to say, I have one thing. I just want to say a special thank you to my subscriber friend. Her name is Terry, and she found something. This is a card that she gave me with the, just a little card that she gave me. Look at that, the inquisitive barn owl. We have had a barn owl. Let me not say that. We have had an owl. I don't know if it's a barn owl, but we have had an owl living in our woods behind our house before. And man, they can make a lot of noise. I mean, we don't mind. It's a beautiful noise. But anyway, she gave me this card and I wanted to show you what she got me as a gift. She brought it into the store for me this past week. These beautiful black glass candlesticks. Oh, Terry, I don't deserve these, but thank you so much. I love them. I love them. Yeah, she got them. They're black amethyst glass. That's the sticker that was on the bottom. She got them at an antique mall. I'm so sorry, Terry. I forgot where you told me that you got them. But anyway, I think near Sturbridge, something like that. But, oh, these are stunning. Stunning. I love them. I absolutely love them. You can kind of see maybe a little bit of the amethyst color. There's such a deep, deep amethyst color. I have to hold them. Like I'm right next to a window. The sun's got to be beaming like a laser through it to see it, but you can see it. They're purple. Oh my God, I love them. So thank you so much, Terry. These are beautiful. I'm going to put them in my curio cabinet right now. All right. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I think that's amazing. All these new people coming in, and leave me a comment about what you guys have found. One of my favorite types of comments to read are the treasures that you find. So leave me a comment below. I'm sure lots of you go thrifting every week, just like me. So hopefully the thrifting angels are with you. You find some really cool stuff, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.